From extra stage bosses to design choices and spell card references. Lots of them. Hello, Magi here and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Touhou Facts, the series where I talk about facts from Touhou that I find either fun, unusual, or simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the Interesting Touhou Facts number 54. Number 5. So Yoshika, in case you didn't know, has a master. A very wicked one, mind you. Sega! No, not that bloody Sega. This one. Anyway, this hermit is very fond of her insatiable zombie, calling her my cute underling. I wouldn't call a zombie cute, but to each their own, I guess. There's something funny about it though. The paper charm you see on Yoshika's head apparently contains a to-do list written by Sega. That does come in handy when Yoshika happens to visit the supermarket. As Yoshika says, we were revived to protect the Halls of Dreams Great Mausoleum. There may be more Jiangshi guards under the control of Sega, or simply people temporarily converted by Yoshika's bite. Ew, I'd rather not be a zombie if at all possible. Number 4. So as you may or may not know, Aya spends a lot of her time going around Ginsokyo, searching for the newest thing to write in her paper. When you're considered one of the fastest yokai in Ginsokyo, it makes traveling much easier, I would say. One person on the other hand does the opposite and just chills in her home, yet is still trying to research. Hatate never goes outside for her newspaper research. Some may consider this lazy, that's up to you. Instead, she uses her thoughtography ability. Now, the unexpected part was that this had its own wiki page. I thought Hatate's ability was made up. I did not realize there was an article talking about it. To give a summary of what this ability is, thoughtography is the claimed ability to burn images from one's mind onto such surfaces as photographic film by psychic means, meaning she would be able to post anything she saw into her newspaper. Given that she doesn't go outside to research, it would mean that she's able to see the outside through psychic means as well. I was certainly not prepared for thoughtography, that's for sure. Number 3. In case you didn't know, extra bosses tend to be important as they can reveal juicy information about the story you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Like learning about yokai's younger sisters, to the important gap yokai, and drums. Because who don't like drums? 10 Desires was an interesting one as at the time, Zune was still deciding on who to put in before Mamizo. His choices at the time was Byakurin, which I wouldn't have been expecting to be honest. Using the final boss from a previous game as the extra stage boss for a new game would have been different. The most peculiar one was the choice of Kaizen. Kaizen makes a lot of sense as she's a hermit as well. Kaizen first appeared in July 24th, 2010, while 10 Desire came out in August 12th, 2011. So fans around the world would have had enough time to read up on Waldenhorn Hermit to know a little bit about Kaizen. In the end, it was Mamizo though. Kaizen would have been a really cool extra stage boss. At the very least, she became playable in Urban, so that's something. Number 2. After a fact about Sega, it makes sense to have one about Yoshika. In an interview with Zune, Yoshika's original design was too similar to Lele Hisenko from Darkstalkers. Lele is also a Jiangshi. I can see why Zune's design could have been influenced by Lele. Considering it too cliche, he instead made Yoshika a zombie whose brain was rotting away and was thus stupid. I mean, it's a zombie, so its brain was eventually going to rot away anyway. But now that I remember, she's got that anti-decomposing spell on her. So I guess rotting brain can't be the blame. I think anyway. The good question is what could happen if Sega had Lele as well with Yoshika? It would be interesting to see Sega with 2 zombies, that's for sure. Number 1. Now Nue, being an extra boss, will have lots of spell cards that will both try to kill you and piss you off. The good thing about Nue is that with her spell cards, there are a lot of fun Easter eggs / references to them. We're going to talk about them all. One of the main things about her spell card is that they're heavily reminiscent to other characters such as Flandre, Yukari, Rumia, and Hina. Specifically, they tend to act as combination of spell cards, often using one element from one and one from another. Now that's smart on Nue's part, Gotta combine the good parts about them to kill your opponents. One of her spell card, Damaku X from a Wandering Star in double spoiler, has Damaku in shapes resembling that of the PlayStation's button logos, X, square, triangle, and circle. At least you got good choices in consoles. Another one of her spell card is called Nightmare of Hienkyo. In Kyoto, the streets are laid out in a grid-like pattern, which this spell card is referring to. And lastly, Nue's first non-spell card attack resembles Vivid, Eric's daughter, first attack in her second form in Shiso Gyoko. If I didn't know any better, it sounds like you've been hanging out in the outside world more than we realize, that's for sure. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which facts were your favorite? Would you have loved to see Kaizen as 10 Desires extra boss? Do you think Sega should try to recruit Lele? Or do you think Nue's been chilling in the outside world for a while now? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Hatate might take a picture of you without even realizing it. Unless you want that, then never mind. Like always, this is Magi and thanks again for watching.